Hey, good evening everybody. This is Chris LikenessMobilitySite.com. It's been a little while since you've heard from me. We've had all sorts of things happening on Mobility Site. We had a lot of server issues for a few months, and we've rectified that with a new, stronger server, or actually two servers combined. But we've also moved to a new host. Blah blah blah. Everything's great. Now that we have a new, more powerful server, I also wanted to do some things with the site and did a redesign. So I've been a little busy on, getting my hands on devices and such. And I'm sure some of these subscribers, some of you guys that watch all my videos, you've probably noticed that I haven't been around very much. If you have, I appreciate it. If you haven't, oh well. But anyway, we're going to take a look at a new phone here. It's been out for about a month now, I guess. It's the Samsung Ace. It's a Sprint phone. It's a world phone, which means that it is here in the United States. It's a CDMA phone and doesn't require a SIM card, but it also has a SIM card slot for GSM use overseas or in Europe, Asia, wherever. And let's look at it. We'll just open it up and then we'll get some we'll get a little hands-on time with it, show you a little bit about the display, compare it with some other devices. As you can see, that is the device. It's a Samsung Ace, which is actually very similar to the Samsung Blackjack 1 and 2. It's a little more narrow, I believe, and about the same height, a little thinner, maybe the same width. I'm not really sure. I haven't really compared it since I do not have the Blackjack 2. I never bought one of those. I reviewed or had one sent to us for a review, and I believe I've reviewed that, yes. Okay, so we have a manual here and some other documentation literature. We have the Microsoft CD, well, it's got ActiveSync on it, and Outlook probably. I haven't opened it up to look. This is just an unboxing, and maybe some Sprint applications. In here in the box, we have a charger, US charger, with the proprietary connector from Samsung, which is the same one they use on the Blackjack and the Blackjack 2. An international adapter. I'm not going to take that out of the bag, but you can see that, right? What else do we got here? Another international adapter. I'm not sure where that goes. I don't do much abroad. We have a USB to the Samsung connector there, the proprietary connector, which I'll show you on the side of the device. And we have the same connector going to stereo headset, or stereo headset there. And that is all we have in the box. So let's put all this away, and we'll take a little closer look at the device. Alright, so here we have it. This is the Samsung Ace, and let's get a better look there. As you can see, it's a Windows Mobile standard smartphone, Windows Mobile 6, and that means the touchscreen. It's not a touchscreen, it's a smartphone. And what we have on the front here, we have basically the same keyboard as you're used to with the Blackjack, except for a couple little minor changes. And I don't know if you could see that real well, but the actual keys are triangle shaped, or they go up and then down, like a little hill up and down, and that's better grip on the typing there. So what do we got here? We've got, like I said, the QWERTY keyboard, some special characters, one here for the email, camera, so forth. Here you have your off button or in call, your back button, your right soft key, your left soft key, your home button, and your call button there. Here is a center pad, D-pad here, up, down, left, right, and the center, which is real nice looking. It's raised a little higher than the rest of it. So on the bottom you have nothing, which I'd love to see a sync connector there instead of the place it's at, which is right here, because that way you could set it down on a cradle or whatever if you bought an aftermarket cradle. Here on the side you have your proprietary connector I mentioned, which uses basically power, sync, everything, headphones, and you just plug it in there and do whatever you got to do. Your volume up and down, that's your power button there. On the side we've got a micro SD slot, which this supposedly takes a up to 2 gigabyte micro SD, which I'm not 100% sure is accurate. That's what the documentation says, but I believe it might take a little more. We're going to try this 8 gig micro SD card there a little bit later. You've got your jog wheel right here and a back button there as well. And that's about it. On the back, you've got a 1.3 megapixel camera, the Sprint logo, and right here you have your battery. And as you can see, there is a Sprint SIM card in there, and that is to be activated for the GSM service overseas. I'm assuming, or I'm pretty sure of, not assuming. The battery, this is only a 1300 milliamp hour battery, and I think they advertise 4 hours of talk time, which might not cut it for me. Might not cut it for me at all. But like on the back, I was showing you, the camera raises the profile just a little bit, makes it a little thicker. So put that back on there, and let's take a look at it as compared to a couple other devices, and then we will take a look at the software. Okay, let's start with the one that everybody's pretty familiar with, and that's the iPhone. It's a little bit taller than the iPhone, but thickness wise it's about identical there, I believe. And what do you think? I think it's about identical. So we'll go to another thinner phone, which I don't have a Blackjack 2 or original Blackjack to compare it with, which I'd really love to have, but I had to send back the Blackjack 2, and I gave away my Blackjack 1 that I purchased. So this is the Motorola Q. Q's a little thicker, or wider, and about the same thickness. So something a lot of my readers will appreciate, the Dell Axim X51V, and it's much smaller than that, and quite a bit thinner, well, a little bit thinner. So just for giggles, the HTC Advantage, much bigger. Who's going to put this big thing up to their head? It's a great device, but it's not really a good phone for putting up to your head or whatever. We've got the iMate SPL, about the same thickness, but the SPL is much smaller. Of course, you don't have the full QWERTY keyboard as you do with the Ace here. The Palm Treo 750, much thinner than the 750. And let's see, we'll throw this one out here, the Centro, Palm Centro from, or the AT&T version of the Palm Centro, not the Sprint version. So just get an idea about the size. Nokia N95, not the 8 gig version, but the regular one. And there you go. And last but not least, well, we're going to one more. Well, since you're probably pretty familiar with, or a lot of people are familiar with the Razer, we'll show you up against a Razer here. Open that bad boy up. Close it. Even close, it's about the same thickness. So, in my daily driver, the AT&T Tilt. It's a lot taller, about the same width, but definitely thinner. So, anyway, let's put a charge on here. Well, actually, I don't know if we're going to have to put a charge. We'll look and see here. We'll turn that thing on and see what we got here. We'll just take you through the initial startup, and then we'll delve into it a little bit. Sorry about my cracky voice. A lot of talk at work today, and it's been a while since I've done one of these videos. It feels good to be taking a look at devices again. I've got a few other things queued up. I've got a couple things that I've had sitting here for a few weeks, or a few days, one of them a few weeks, and we'll get them pumping out again now that I have time again. We have Windows Mobile popping up. Nice sounds there. Man, that's really nice. And there we have it. You are there. We got no service right now. Let's see if that'll pop up here in a second. You got the date for me. The date and time are right in line. It don't look like we're going to get a signal here. I may have to activate it. I'm not sure. So, but anyway, let me set this down here and get you a better angle, and we'll take a look at the adjusted here. As you can see, I've got a Sprint signal now. It's not very good, and I'm at 1x. So, but anyway, let's just take a look at the menu here. Like I said, this is Windows Mobile 6 standard. You got your basic messaging, contacts, organizer, call history, blah blah blah. Click on more here. Got voice command, which is a great program from Microsoft. Allows you to do voice dialing and such. And we have internet sharing, live search, pictures, videos, service mode, Sprint TV, and the software store, which, you know, those are put on there for Sprint to make their dollar, which is fine with me. Alright, let's back here, see if we got anything extra in games. Nope, you have the basic ordinary. Let's see more. Back. I was going that way. Go to settings and take a look at a few things here. I could use the numbers here, but I'm trying to look through here. Let's take a look at memory while we're here. As you see there, it's 53 meg available, and 53.8 meg it's available to the user with only 31 meg available, and the storage is 49 meg and 45 meg available. So let's see what else we got here. Oops. Software versions. I know a lot of people like to see that kind of stuff. Hopefully they'll be able to see that on the video. Alright, that's it on that. So there's some custom applications that Sprint's put on here, and but that's about it. Other than that, it's pretty basic. Let's see here if we want to look at any of those. Let's see under accessories. You got calculator, smart converter, speed dial, stopwatch, international usage, get on demand, live search as part of our nice Windows Mobile 6 package here. But that's about it. I mean, not too fancy, just a great phone. I'm just judging by Samsung's track record with the Blackjack 2. Let me see if, since we got it zoomed in here, see if you can see that real well. See how those keys are raised? I really like that. But Samsung's record with the Blackjack 1 and 2 are just stellar, so I know this is going to be a great device. I'm a little concerned about that measly 1300 milliamp hour battery, but that's fine. So it's stereo Bluetooth. You've got Windows Mobile 6 standard, like I said. It's, VGA resolution. I mean, there's not really much else to say. It's a CDMA phone here in the US on Sprint's network, and overseas it's a GSM phone. We're going to throw that 8 gig micro SD card in here real quick here and see if what we can see with that. I'm having a little problem getting that in there on camera, trying to look through the lens here. Alright, let's see. Let's go back down here, see if we can get focused again. See if it picks it up right away. Storage card not available. Okay, I'll do a restart and come right back for us and see if we can see that. Okay, we're just coming off of a restart here, and we're going to look and see if it picked that up. There you go. Whoever keeps talking about me getting voicemail every time, or email from my Exchange server every time I do a video, that one was for you. So we're going to look at the settings again and see if we got that to go. See if it's recognizing that card after a restart. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to end up having to turn that little click-clack off. I don't know if y'all can hear that. No, it's not seeing that memory card at all, so it definitely needs to have a 2 gig or below, I guess. I don't see any other reason why it shouldn't be seeing an 8 gig card other than the fact that, maybe, I mean, I would expect it to only see 2 gig of it if it was limited on that. So, but anyway, my name's Chris Likeness, mobilitysite.com, and you know where I'm at. And this is the Samson Ace on the Sprint network. Price-wise, I forgot to tell you about the prices. It shows originally as a $450 phone on Sprint's website right now, and it's got, right currently as I record this on March 24th 2007, there is a instant $150 off online and a $100 mail-in rebate, and that's with a 2-year contract, which puts this phone in your hands for $200. And like I said, this 2-year contract, you'll more likely need to get you a data plan. Don't know why you would not get a data plan with a smartphone. And that's about it. Chris Likeness signing off.